After a bitter by-election, a sweet moment for Kim Leadbeater as she won the seat where her sister Jo Cox was murdered 5 years ago doing the same job.
I'm absolutely delighted that the people of Batley and Spen have rejected division and they've voted for hope. Thank you very much, everybody.
A victory by the slimmest of margins, just a few hundred votes.
Morning, you all right?
And a relief for the Labour leader, who has been facing rumours of a looming leadership challenge. This win has bought him some breathing space.
Labour is back. This is just the start. I want many more days like this. Labour is coming home.
But privately, Labour activists admit it was his candidate, not him, that made the difference here. A sign that many in his own party still don't see him as an asset.
Was this a win in spite of him, rather than because of him?
I think it was a win for the Labour Party. And I think lots of people have made this about the national issues around the Labour Party, but for me it was very much about the local concerns of people, and that's what's connected with people, and I think that's what's got us the victory.
Is it time now for the party to unite behind him?
I think the party needs to pull together now, yeah, absolutely. And what this by-election campaign has shown is that we can do that, you know, we can do that. It's a broad church, you know, and like the best teams, it's made up of lots of different people with lots of different skills and experiences. But I think this by-election is an opportunity now to pull together.
It's been a hard-fought and at times confrontational campaign.
Are you going to support Muslim parents who don't want their children to learn about... I've been here 60 years of my life. So speak to this gentleman. Answer the man. We are going to chase Labour at every step.
George Galloway set out to take on Labour here and unseat their leader, but has strongly denied any involvement in the tensions on the ground. Following the result today, he accused Labour of smearing him and said he would challenge the result in court.
Do you regret how divisive this campaign has been, Mr Galloway? It's been very divisive in this community. Do you condemn any of the behaviour that's happened in this campaign, Mr Galloway? Why don't you have anything to say to us?
I don't speak to fake news.
All right, OK.
It's all fake news.
In the end, he came third behind the Conservatives, but took a big share of the vote, around 20%, after gaining support among the area's Muslim community, many of whom usually vote Labour, a problem for the party that could go beyond this by-election.
The Labour Party traditionally gets more than 70% of the British Muslim vote, and if there was a collapse like this in that vote across the country, the Labour Party could lose as many as 50 seats. So I think it's really important for the Labour Party that they do learn the lessons. And I think if they do, then this will not be repeated elsewhere.
The result has also caused some concern for the Conservatives, who were favourites to win. Their candidate failed to make much of an impact on the race, but Boris Johnson, today hosting the German Chancellor at his country house, brushed off the criticism.
Brian Stevenson fought an incredibly positive campaign and, all things considered, did very well to reduce a long-standing Labour majority, several decades old, to only 323.
Conservative Party Chair Amanda Milling said today Matt Hancock and his COVID rule-breaking embrace with his advisor could be to blame. But do the people of Batley and Spen agree?
Do you think Matt Hancock and his COVID rule-breaking could have affected the Conservative vote around here?
Unfortunately, yeah, I do. Yeah, I think he blew it.
Yes, it was a stupid thing to do, and maybe he should have thought twice about it, but I don't think we should take personal issues into account for who you're going to vote for.
Now the by-election circus has left town, there is finally some calm in Batley and Spen, in the Jo Cox community wood. Recognition of the area's difficult political past and a symbol of hope for a new beginning.
Well, earlier I spoke to the Labour leader Keir Starmer and asked if he was relieved.
I'm pleased, first and foremost, for everybody in Batley and Spen, because what they've now got is a complete champion for them, who will fight here, will fight in Parliament, and will fight me for the people of Batley and Spen. So I'm really pleased for them. I'm obviously pleased for the Labour Party and the Labour movement, but I'm also really pleased that hope has triumphed over fear and division.
And many people say she was a fantastic candidate. Her family have paid a heavy price for politics in this area. There are many critics who say she won this despite your leadership.
The whole Labour movement has been behind this campaign. We had, I don't know how many hundreds of people here as one big team. Kim has been fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I've seen what she's been doing in these communities through the Jo Cox Foundation. Of course, it's a special victory for her, but it's a victory for the whole Labour movement. And
there have been noises in the last week, people in the wings of your own party, that if you lost this, they would challenge your leadership. What changes now? It buys you some breathing time, perhaps?
What it shows is that if the Labour Party sticks to its core values and has the same priorities as those that are voting and brings people together, then we win. And that is really important in Batley and Spen. It's really important across the whole of the country.
Thank you very much.